Welcome to the live stream. What's happening? It's Marshall. Hey, hope you guys all had a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers that were out there. Actually, that was technically it's Monday now. It's like 12:30 in the morning. But happy Father's Day nonetheless. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Yeah, so I built a new computer and that's why I didn't end up streaming last week because I had some issues. But here it is in all its glory. New machine is back up and running. And this is my new production workstation. Let's just take a look at some specs for anyone interested. Rocking with this Intel i9 7900X, 3.3 gigahertz. But I think I've got this clocked hitting about 4 gigahertz on average, which is pretty sweet actually. So anyways, yeah, I figured we could run a quick benchmark. I don't know how this is going to run on the show here, but we'll find out. And we'll just see what this sucker is doing, and then we'll kind of take a look at some of our wonderful bumper music that I've been working on here. I don't know, is this showing up here in the screen? There it goes. Just took it a second, I guess. So yeah, so this is Passmark, pretty sweet little benchmarking tool. I'm not too we're not going to worry about any of the graphic stuff, but let's run the CPU benchmark and see what we get. So this is the latest and greatest from Intel. Well, I guess one of the. It's not the highest end. It's a 10-core CPU, and it's running the X299 platform. And the issue I had initially, so I had got this all together over the weekend, last weekend, put it all together, and I had a bunk motherboard from MSI, which was disappointing. For some reason, it wouldn't let me utilize any more than about 30% of the processing power, which makes it less powerful than pretty much every other machine I have in the place. So I was pretty disappointed with that. And promptly took it back to the computer shop and picked up an ASRock board. I guess that's how you say it, ASRock. And it's been smooth sailing since then. You know what? It's crazy because like right now, computer RAM is ridiculously expensive. So I plugged in 32 gigabytes in this machine, which is double what the previous music workstation I had was running. Yeah, there we go. So 17,335. So when I was running the benchmarks before, I was actually hitting about 19. So there's probably some optimization I can still do here. But for reference, the old CPU was an i7 from like 2014, and it was pulling about 8,000. So this is like double the old system in terms of processing power. I'm hoping this will help with some of the latency issues I've ran into lately. So yeah, I guess we'll kind of find out as time goes on. But yeah, so just a stock benchmark here. So you see average is, the average is right in the 20s or so. So I need to do some optimization on the system here still, which is fine. But yeah, pretty pleased with that and am excited. So yeah, motherboard RAM, computer RAM, DDR4 has gotten insanely expensive, and I don't really know the reason for that. It's actually kind of strange. Hey, what's up, Dasgas? And Hennick, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Welcome, guys. Computer RAM has gotten insanely expensive. I spent on the 32 gigs I put in this machine over $400 just on the RAM. It's just like crazy. But anyways, so yeah, new machine, and hopefully this will solve some ailments I've been having. And then of course, doing the streaming, I do the streaming on a separate machine that's built just for that. But when you start doing screen sharing and all this kind of stuff and monitoring of the stream, Yeah, it kind of bogs down during the shows. So hopefully we'll be in a lot better shape moving forward. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, let's take a look at what I have been working on. So the last time we streamed, I think I kind of started working on this one. This is just some bumper music that I've been working on for the show. And yeah, let's just hear what we have. So basically it's going to go like this. And let me try that again. If I can get my timing right. Let's go to this shot right over here somewhere. There we go. Yeah, so that's pretty much going to be this one. But so I wanted to kind of show you guys. I set this project up with a bunch of Blue Arp instances. So actually, I can sit here, put these into monitor in, and I can play this. So if I get the drum beat going, and I can just kind of come over here and play this sucker. That sounds like astronaut. Hold on. I think something's still triggering. Give me a sec here. So actually, I think we're still getting latency. So we have, so basically, behind me, oh, this is the other thing. So I've redone this half of the studio basically, so you can see this a little better. And I'm using the V-Synth in this, but I think it's not giving me some love right now. It's giving me a hard time. Yeah. So, and I think that's what's giving me some lag right now. Maybe this is a different problem. Yeah, see, it's coming in late. Let's turn this up. Let's see if we can figure this out here. Yes, but I can't see this, but I'm hitting the key and it's still playing something here. So that's actually playing correctly. Which means I have some MIDI stuff going haywire. So let's see what we have. So this one. Input there. Maybe I don't need this. Maybe this is giving me the headache. Alright, let's try that. And then I've got some cheese, some 80s cheese goodness right here. Check this out. So that's like a lot of fun, I think, to just jam out and do some cool stuff like that. I'm not the best keyboard player in the world, but still a lot of fun. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, JD800 is a lot of fun. I was actually messing with that when I moved it back behind me here a couple days ago. Ah, Damsky, what's happening, brother? Hey, dude, check this out. I got Reason 3.0 hooked up on here, man. So we're gonna have to do some collaboration with some Reason 3 right over here. So that's gonna be a good time. So yeah, me and Adamski are gonna be messing around. See if we can make something cool. So that'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, so this has been a crazy couple of weeks getting all this together. I feel disheveled. I feel like the Meeseeks here, I called on him to maybe give me a hand, but as you can see, he's about half dead, trying to help out. So, so yeah, sorry for the late stream here again, guys. It's, you know, tonight I had the other computer give me a bunch of crap right at about 10 o'clock, which is when I normally start, so I had to pull that out. And I think that with that, I had the graphics card come unseated somehow, which is weird because it never moves. But it's a big ass card, and I think maybe with it just being like that for however long it's been, yeah, I don't know. But yep, so damn computers, man, damn computers. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun here, just getting these little bumper tracks going. So again, like with what I've got for this one, it's just gonna pretty much be this here. And actually I need to put these back into auto mode here. Auto. I think. So yeah, let me go through kind of what I have going on in here. So kick drum. Let's talk about kick. This is just Kick 2 plugin, of course. It's my plugin of choice for kick drums. Kick 2. And the Bot 04 preset sounding pretty good for us here in this one. In the percussion section, let's just look at this. A couple drum racks. Now, I normally label this a lot better, but I didn't at this point. But let's see what we have in here. Yep, so we got some hi-hats and a snare slash clap. And these are from some of the sample libraries I've collected over the years, of course, but yeah, let's take a look at this. So this is the crash. And some effects on the crash, some EQ stuff, chorus, and this echo thing in Ableton is something new. Well, new to me anyways. I don't remember this being in version 9 of Ableton, so this might be a new thing. But I'm kind of digging that, so I've been using that a little bit. Then we've got this little hi-hat here. It's actually several hi-hats. Let's just look. Let me just solo that one. Yeah, nothing crazy in there. I have a few others in here if I wanted to thicken that up. And then this is our snare clap thing, which I need to unsolo or solo that. Right, and then let's see, for this part, what do we have going on? We've got some Omnisphere. I think that's actually being controlled by this Blue Arp, which here's the sequence for that, and let's just look at Blue Arp real quick. So the cool thing about this is, like, when I set all this up, like, I just played these and like record a bunch of different riffs, and with Blue Arp it's just very helpful getting some of the stuff down pretty quick. So this is going to control both the Omnisphere portion, and I've got the Arturia Mini V in here just to get some quick sub bass. My Mini Moog and my Behringer D are not hooked. Actually, half the stuff isn't really actually hooked up all the way yet since I moved everything. But yeah, I still love this little plugin. And yeah, let's just hear the bass again. I'll solo this one. So that's the Omnisphere portion. And like usual, we're just doing some EQ, some side chaining with some chorus and echo. And that gives us like that almost FM kind of 80s-ish sound. Let's see, what preset am I using in Omnisphere? The Energy Pluck Bass, which sounds freaking awesome. And then when you layer that with the Mini V, which is actually, I might have modified this Mini V here. It's some squares, man, and triangles. Well, no, those are saws in there. But that gives us some low end, and then when you kind of combine these, sounds awesome. So, and again, that's all being controlled by this arpeggiator here, and then with this progression here, which is cool. I dig it. But then so that's just for the bumper portion, but then for like goofing off and stuff, I have looks like this may have actually been for the wave, the Nord Wave, which is over here but is not hooked up right now. And then this is the V-Synth. And then this is the Blue Arp for... Let's look at it actually. This Blue Arp is controlling a bunch of stuff, I think. Then we got some serum in here, and I think this is just a default saw. Oh shit, I need to put my serial number in there. I'll have to do that after the show. Didn't realize I didn't authorize that one. And then some Sylenth. This Key Big Synth 027 preset. And that's pretty much it. This over here was something I was kind of playing around with to get like some effects. And what do I have in here? Let's solo that. This is a heavily detuned snare, I think. Let's see if I tune it back up and trigger it. Yeah. So I just took a snare and then pitched it way down. Sounds almost like thunder. And I think that could be cool to do some stuff with that. So, I don't know. That's kind of where I stopped, though. It's like, I probably don't need to get that crazy with it. But, again, so you get all this stuff, and you can, like, just, for the live performance aspect of things, like, I'm really just kind of digging the whole Blue Arp thing. Being able to jam out. So, I think, like, for some of my future stuff, like, I'm going to try and arrange stuff in this way. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, the Blue Arp is pretty crazy. I actually went through and read most of the manual, so I have a good idea of how to do some things. And also, I think the last time I showed it off on a live stream, I didn't have it loaded up correctly, so I was missing half of the factory presets. The nice thing there, Adam, is if you go through and you kind of pick apart how the presets are set up, that's a big deal. But the cool thing is with like a couple different instances of Blue Arp set up, you can come into the input filter section and you can set your range for the particular Blue Arp instance. And so that's how, like, so basically I'm able to use, I have this, what is this, a Novation 61 SL-MK2 controller thing that I bought off Reverb.com like a while back. And I can take, like, whatever section I want and split that off and have it control one Blue Arp, and then split, like, the middle part to another one, and then the high end to another one. And you can get all these different sequences going and trigger each one. And then you can, the cool thing is, like, with this controller, which I don't have a camera on it, but you can mute and unmute different parts. And if you set this up correctly, you can actually switch patterns within Blue Arp as well. So, like, there's, like, a lot of flexibility in it, I think. Yeah, it's totally cool. I dig it. I like it a lot. It's blue art. And it's free. And yeah, I love it. I think it's cool. And you can set the latch. So like if we latch this one, I'm not sure which one this is. Let's see. There we go. So that one's going. So this one must be controlling my V-Synth. So now it's latched, so that shit'll go like forever. Then you could change your ranges here and stuff, and there's all this other sections here. You could set your patterns, so instead of 8 steps I could go up to, oh shit, you can go, how high does this go? 64 steps? That's freaking crazy. Need to bring that back down. Change your intervals. Let me turn this down. Actually, how about we turn the latch off? Yeah, this might be worth doing some videos on actually, and show how some of these things work in here. Yeah, it's super cool, man. And then you could just get a beat going. And you'd be like how Deadmau5 says, press one note and then your trance DJ or whatever. And then bring in some hi-hats. And then there you go, and that's a lot of fun. I try to get my girlfriend to play this a little bit, and she's all afraid. I'm like, just push some keys, just push some white keys. Push the white keys. You can't go wrong with white keys. Well, I guess you could, but she's nervous about it. So yeah, so that's that little bumper tune. I think that came out nice. Probably try to work on another one. It's just I've been so focused on getting all this shit back together and get this computer running, and then this other computer broke and I had to get that fixed. So computers have been a big pain in my ass here the last few days, but last few weeks actually. So now that that's all taken care of, I'm hoping to get back on track with some regular production stuff. So I'm gonna try and get like one more bumper track done probably throughout this week, and then next week I'll come back with a live stream, and maybe we'll start doing some Reason 3 stuff and start working on the track that I'll send over to Adamski for him to work on. And actually, while we're in here, let me just go ahead and save this. And let me make sure it'll fire up on here. This is running Windows 10, and I think that my Reason 3 instance will work. So I've got 3 different versions of Reason on here at the moment. I've got 3, 7.1, and 10.3. And the main reason is, well, I could just, well, nah, I can't, because some of the stuff I've done has been in 8, and it won't open in 7. Yeah, thanks, Toscas. I think so too. I think it's been much better. But I did also pick up this MIDI interface, and actually the V-Synth isn't running through that now that I think about it. So this Motu MIDI Express 128 does not do SysX, and when I plug in the V-Synth into that, it does not work for some reason. But every other synth I've tried works on it so far. So, and I think that the V-Synth has some SysX stuff that it doesn't like. So yeah, let me switch this over to the media face. And let's see if we get some Reason action. Some Reason 3.0. So this, this was a big deal, I think. Did this have the M-Class stuff in it? I don't recall. I think that might have been 4 when they came out with all the M-Class stuff and Reason. So I don't want to worry about this. Can I skip this MIDI keyboard thing? I don't remember now. Yeah, fine, whatever. Next. Yeah, thank you. Register later, because it's already registered for like 10 years. And let's see what we have. So I'm gonna make sure this doesn't play super loud in here. Oh, come on. Play. Ooh, I hear stuff. I think that's working. This is funny. I didn't know this would run on Windows 10. I thought I was going to have to pull up an XP machine. It might be a little loud. Alright, let me see if it'll open one of my tracks then. One of my old Reason tracks. Open. Let's see if I can find one. I thought I moved some stuff over to my desktop here because I was going through some stuff. This PC. And I remember like Reason all the way up until like kind of the later versions. I actually think it might have been after 7. Like it seemed to be like the browser just had issues. If you had like a big sample library or something, it would just take forever sometimes to open that. System. Where's my desktop on here? Downloads desktop. Maybe my songs didn't get moved over here. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's in this new folder. New folder. Here we go. So this is all a bunch of stuff that I just kind of pulled out to see if I had anything decent to work on. So let's see if we look at let's look at this one. Now, that might be a newer one. Some of these are newer than 3. Desktop. New folder. Let's look at the Lick My Nuts one. So it's looking for a sample pack, which I have. On my drive right here. Let's see, and actually I should probably just move this over. Reason. Can I do that? Can I drop that in here? No? I don't know. Alright, Reason. This is all the packs I collected for Reason over like 15 years. Here's this one that it was screaming about. There we go. Let's see if this plays. Let's see if I can remember how to use this thing. So go to the song. Is this song? No, song mode is here. There we go. And let me make sure. This is crazy. Like, so I used to do all look at this. Look at all these mixers I used to stack up and do a bunch of like sub mixes and then route them back out and like do. I used to do just all kinds of crazy stuff in Reason and just hand wiring shit up and yeah. Let's see what this sounds like. I'm gonna just turn this down, make sure it's not like clipping a whole bunch or something, because yeah. It's actually not too bad. This is some old school techno, guys. Let's see. How old is this? See if I can find the original date that I made this. So last modified October 5th of 2004. It's old as shit. This has got some promise though. I could see this turning into something cool. Oh, yeah, so Adamski, that Reason refill unpacker, I got it and my system immediately thought it was a virus. So I never actually used it. And I tried doing some research, and I guess a lot of like antivirus thinks it's a virus for some reason. What do you think, guys? This isn't too bad. I think it's just hilarious that Reason 3.0 is running on Windows 10. I actually like the transport a lot better here than it is in 8 or 7. It's like they had at some point Propellerhead had released a product called Record, and like because this was all like in the box, like you could not do any external audio unless you sampled it, sliced it up and like recycle and brought it back in to one of these, to the sampler, which is like the NNXT, or what's the other sampler that was in here, the NN19, this right here. So that was the only way you could get like external instruments in, is by sampling them basically. And then Record allowed you to actually record live instruments into Reason, but it was separate from Reason for some reason. And that's a lot of words that say Reason in it. And yeah, eventually they ended up combining it though. So yeah, we're not going to save that. But let's look at one of the other ones. That was one of the curious things. So here's 7, and I have this on here only for 32-bit compatibility, because if I have some old projects that were made in Pro Tools 10 that's only 32-bit that use some Reason stuff, so I have to keep that in here. And then here's 8.3. So let's look at 8.3, and this was the last time I upgraded Reason. It's been a while. Next. Part of the problem is I haven't... Well, actually, I think almost every time you switch versions of Reason, it like asks you to do this, so we'll skip that. Yeah, I don't need to know my business. And that's fine. Let's open this demo. Yeah, so like look at this fucking mess. Like, so you have your mixer window now. You have all this. This was like all the stuff that was in Record. And then you got your rack, which I actually kind of like this, because you could do, like, this guy didn't have to do everything in one row. Like you could actually put shit over on the sides here too if you wanted to, which is cool. And then your sequence window down here, and then your browser. So I mean, I guess you can kind of close all this up. This is just like so like full. Like the interface to me is just a big pain in the ass. Now you can detach stuff. You can detach the rack, which I would probably recommend, and then just have your mixer and sequencer here. And I don't know, and probably even have to detach the mixer so that you can get to this. Like, what a pain in the ass. Like, if you have like 3 monitors, I guess it would be okay. But yeah, the transport down here, I don't like how it looks anymore. Even though Reason's like a lot more flexible now, and actually they finally started allowing third-party plugins to be used. And then I saw, this is something I had been advocating for. I meant to do a Synth News talking about this, which I need to do because there's been a lot of shit that's happened in the last few weeks. But one of the things I thought was really interesting was Reason has got a new synthesizer called Europa, I think, that you could buy as a plugin, like a VST, and use it like Ableton or whatever you want. Let's look at that actually. So this is a great idea for them because, in my opinion, some of the effects and stuff, especially like the Scream 4 and like there's some other shit in Reason that just sounds awesome that I would love to use in my productions without having to use Reason as like a rewire thing. And actually, even with using the plugins, like you can't really do that unless you have audio being processed through Reason. So that's a big pain in the ass. But I would love to see not just like this is a great idea. Like, so they've got this wavetable synthesizer that's you can download as a plugin, and if you're a Reason 10 owner, I guess you can just have it. But I'm just like, yeah, another wavetable synthesizer. Like everyone's making fucking wavetable synthesizers now, like soft synths, and I'm just like, you got Serum, like, and Massive, and Ableton has a new one, and then now this, and so it's like, yeah, I'm kind of don't need any more wavetable synths, but I would like to see the Maelstrom and, like I said, some of the effects from Reason that you could buy as plugins. That would be freaking amazing. I would do that in a heartbeat. What's this? Club Drums rack extension. So that's something I never even looked at really, these rack extensions, but I think they're third-party modules basically that you can toss in here. So, but my favorites, Maelstrom. I love the Maelstrom. Look at this. You got 2 different filters on here, and you can route them different. You can route your oscillators in like this whole flow over here. I just loved this, and it's actually pretty crazy because this synthesizer taught me synthesis basically. This is how I learned how to use synthesizers, was with the Maelstrom, which is probably why I love it. Then if you get a subtractor, let's find one. Let's find a subtractor. I don't even really know how to fucking use Reason anymore. But yeah, let's see. Can I just drag that in there? There we go. Let's see if this still does this. It used to be like if you do this, it'll like unscrew the screws. Yeah, it still does it. That's just a funny thing. But that's like the only one, I think. I don't know of any of the other modules that do it. Like the Thor. Yeah, see, it just wants to drag it. But yeah, no, subtractor, you can take the screws out. You got a screw loose. So yeah, that's some cool stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Reason 10 upgrade is like $120, and I'm like, you know, I don't know. Like maybe I'll do it. But like, the only thing I use Reason for now is for like a drum machine, and actually I'm not even doing that much anymore. So mostly I have to keep it around for legacy purposes of older projects. But yeah, but it'll be fun doing some production with Reason 3.0, like going back to the early 2000s for me. It's insane. It'll be fun. But yeah, so yeah, guys. I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna have to peace out on you here. It's after 1 a.m. here in the Mountain Time Zone, and I apologize. I'll be back at a more normal time next weekend. Like I said, probably around 10 or 11 o'clock Mountain Time is when I like to do these. So barring any catastrophe with computer equipment, I should be live at my usual times. So yeah, thanks guys. I'm gonna bounce out of here, but thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all in the chat room. Doskos, Adamski, Hennick. I'm sorry, my eyes are like, my contacts are sticking to my eyeballs. Who else do we have in here? Stefano. Yeah, I think that's it. So you guys are awesome, man. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Be back next week. I need to get that the Venom out and do some pre-recorded videos for that. So hopefully I'll get that out here pretty soon too. So anyways, thanks for watching. You guys have a good one. Peace out. I sound like a cat. Ow.